Welcome. Today we're setting off on a journey to discover who's truly in Australia's corner in 2025. Think of this as a global dinner party. Who do you want at your table when things get tricky? This isn't just about politics. It's about the connections that make travel and life richer. The world is a network of friendships, some old, some new, all important. We'll explore Australia's top 10 allies from military pacts to the joy of visa-free travel. So grab your metaphorical passport and let's get started. On with the show. Let's start with the obvious. Australia's closest ally, the United States. This partnership is more than politics. It's a deep strategic friendship. The ANZUS Treaty is the backbone, a promise of mutual support that stood the test of time. Intelligence sharing, joint military exercises, and economic ties keep this alliance strong. Trade flows freely. Australian wine in the US, American tech in Australia. The free trade agreement fuels business and job growth on both sides. Culturally, we're in sync. Hollywood films, Aussie actors, and a shared sense of humour. Travel feels easy. Aussies in the US are met with warmth and familiarity. Millions of personal connections, students, tourists, expats, form the real glue. This friendship has weathered global conflicts and disagreements, yet remains unbreakable. Shared values, democracy, freedom, stability, anchor the relationship. It's a partnership where you can argue but always have each other's back. In 2025, the US is Australia's #1 ally, fundamental to its global standing. It's a multi-layered bond from defence to culture, complex, powerful and essential. When Australia needs a friend, the US is the first call. That's true alliance. And it's not changing anytime soon. The United Kingdom, the family you can't escape and wouldn't want to. Centuries-old ties shape our language, laws and traditions. Today, defence and intelligence links are stronger than ever, especially through Five Eyes and AUKUS. In 2025, the UK is still the family you're always glad to see. New Zealand, our closest neighbour, dearest friend, and fiercest sporting rival. This is more than an alliance, it's a siblinghood. The Trans-Tasman travel arrangement lets Aussies and Kiwis live and work freely in each other's countries. It's a freedom most nations envy, making us feel like one big, scattered family. Hundreds of thousands cross the Tasman for work, love and life. This is a people-to-people relationship. Economically, we're each other's key markets, with seamless trade under the Closer Economic Relations Agreement. The Anzac spirit, forged at Gallipoli, is the emotional heart, shared sacrifice and mateship. Every April 25th, we remember as one people. Rivalry is fierce, rugby, netball, you name it, but always respectful. At the end of the game, we're still mates. New Zealand's place as an ally isn't about military might. It's about proximity, shared values and family. They're the neighbour you can always count on. In a crisis, they're first to help. Not just an ally, family. That's the Australia-New Zealand bond. Unbreakable, everyday and real. In 2025, it's as strong as ever. And that's something special. Japan. A friendship transformed from former adversaries to indispensable partners. The foundation is economic. Japan was one of the first major buyers of Australian resources, fueling its own growth and ours. In return, Australia enjoys Japanese cars, electronics, and a stable, mutually beneficial trade relationship. Recently, this has deepened into a powerful strategic alliance. Both democracies, both committed to a peaceful Indo-Pacific, now train and operate together militarily. The security agreement is a game changer. Tourism is booming. Aussies love Japan's snow, cherry blossoms, and culture. Japanese visitors flock to Australia's natural wonders. Every visit builds bridges and breaks down stereotypes. Cultural exchange is everywhere. Anime sushi, Australian wine in Tokyo. This growing familiarity makes business and friendship easier. The relationship is now about respect, not just resources. In 2025, Japan is a critical ally. Sophisticated, strategic, and warm. It's proof that even the toughest history can lead to a bright future. Japan is the friend you rely on more than you ever expected. And the partnership keeps growing. That's real progress. India. A relationship once full of untapped potential, now rocketing forward. Shared strategic outlooks as major Indian Ocean democracies make us natural partners. Both are members of the Quad, working for a stable, prosperous region. Military ties are deepening with more joint exercises and intelligence sharing. India's booming economy and population create massive opportunities for Australian resources, agriculture and education. The new trade agreement is just the start. The Indian diaspora in Australia is vibrant. Doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, friends. Festivals like Diwali are now part of Australian life. Student exchanges and travel are surging, building lifelong connections. Cricket is the shared obsession, rivalry and bridge in one. The relationship is dynamic, exciting and future-focused. Built on democracy, strategy, family and sport. In 2025, India is fast becoming one of Australia's best mates. The energy is incredible, the future is bright, and the partnership is just getting started. Canada, a country that feels like Australia's long-lost cousin. Both are vast, multicultural, and live next to a superpower. Shared values, democracy, human rights, and a rules-based order form the bedrock. We're natural allies in forums like the UN and G20. Youth mobility agreements let young Aussies and Canadians swap ski slopes for beaches. These exchanges create deep, lasting bonds. Economically, we're resource-rich, with strong two-way investment. For travellers, Canada feels familiar, just with more snow and a different accent. We share the experience of managing a giant neighbour, giving us unique understanding. The alliance isn't dramatic, but it's solid and warm. It's a friendship built on similarity and trust. Canada is the reliable friend who just gets you. In 2025, that's as true as ever. Quiet, steady, and strong. Singapore, a small island, a giant partner. For many Aussies, it's the gateway to Asia, but it's much more than a stopover. Defence ties are strong. Singapore's military trains in Australia, and both are key to regional security. The 5 power defence arrangements keep the region stable. Economically, Singapore is a powerhouse. Finance, trade, and investment flow freely. The Singapore-Australia Free Trade Agreement is cutting edge, especially in digital trade. Changi Airport is a destination itself, and Singapore is a melting pot of cultures and food. Educational links are booming, with universities and students moving between both countries. This builds a new generation of leaders with personal connections. Both nations value openness, free trade, and multiculturalism. The partnership is practical, modern, and based on mutual respect. In 2025, Singapore is a critical ally, smart, efficient, and well-connected. More than a stopover, it's a vital friend, always ready to get things done. That's the Singapore-Australia Alliance. France, a Pacific neighbour and increasingly vital ally. With territories like New Caledonia, France is a key player in our region. Defence cooperation is strong, joint naval exercises and disaster relief build trust. Despite past tensions, remember the submarine saga? Strategic logic keeps us close. France is a dream destination for Aussies. Paris, art, food and culture. Scientific collaboration is growing, especially in Antarctica and marine science. New Caledonia brings France to our doorstep, blending French and Melanesian cultures. The relationship is about more than Europe. It's about our shared Pacific home. In 2025, France is a sophisticated, worldly friend. Sometimes dramatic, always essential. Regional security, culture and science keep us connected. The partnership is only getting stronger. Can't do without it. South Korea, an alliance supercharged by the K-wave. Once a quiet partnership, now it's vibrant and visible. Economic ties are strong. Australia's resources, Korea's tech and cars. But now K-pop, dramas and food have made Korea cool in Australia. Aussies flock to Seoul and Korean culture is everywhere at home. Tourism and cultural exchange build real understanding. Strategically, both are US allies and democracies in a complex region. Defence and security cooperation is growing. Technology and innovation partnerships are expanding. Think batteries, robotics and more. The Korean-Australian community is a vital bridge. In 2025, this relationship is dynamic, fun and future-focused. Old economic ties, new cultural energy. Korea is the trendy, innovative friend everyone wants. The alliance is only getting stronger, and it's a blast. Germany, a partnership built on quality, intellect, and shared values. Economically, Germany is Australia's top European trading partner. Resources for cars, machinery, and pharmaceuticals. Scientific collaboration is world-class, with joint research in energy, medicine, and more. German and Australian universities work closely, turning ideas into products. Young Aussies love Berlin's creative scene, building lifelong connections. Germany is both historic and modern, a traveller's delight. Both nations champion democracy, free trade, and climate action. The German-Australian community has enriched Australia for generations. In 2025, Germany is a key European ally, solid, reliable, and smart. Not flashy, but always dependable. The friend you trust for a sensible solution. Quiet strength, global impact. That's the Germany-Australia Alliance. And that's our tour of Australia's closest friends in 2025. From family ties to powerhouse partnerships, Australia is part of a vibrant, supportive global network. In a divided world, friendship and shared values matter more than ever. Thanks for joining this journey. Understanding these connections is what it's all about. If you enjoyed this, subscribe for more explorations of our fascinating world. Stay safe, stay connected, and keep exploring. Cheers.